name's David Lawrence. I've been coming to the gym a little bit over a year.
My name's Jennifer Lawrence. My husband is David, and we started CrossFit. I started in March of 2016, and he started about 4 weeks earlier than I did.
Well, I've been interested in it. CrossFit was what brought me in. Eventually, it became a decision of talk to a couple of the athletes here, Kelly O'Brien for one, and they were playing basketball, a bunch of people from the box, and they invited me out to play, and I got to meet JD and Christina and a couple other people that work out here, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot.
My first thought coming, super butterflies in the stomach, very nervous, can I do this, can I do this? David was a huge help to me. I asked him probably 150 questions on the drive here, going, what do I expect, what do I do? And even today, he works out in the mornings, usually 9:30, and I usually work out at 4:30. So usually on WOD days, I will call and say, what's my game plan? And he gives it to me, and it's a huge help. So that's one good thing of doing CrossFit with your spouse, because he does give me my game plan, and he certainly did on those first few days. You know, what do I expect? And that kind of eased my mind, knowing what to come in and what to anticipate.
Working out with Jen, it's something when we first got married, we thought we'd always be doing. I mean, because she's a college athlete too. So I always expected to be in volleyball tournaments with her and basketball tournaments and do all that, but we had kids early, so that never happened. And so I was always doing something on my own. And if she had time to do something, she'd be on her own. So the fact that we're both here has been really great. It's something that, you know, allows us to bond together. We can complain about the same thing. I mean, sometimes that's bonding too, and we're both sore, but we also push each other, especially when our scores are on the whiteboard.
We love doing CrossFit together. I'll say that, I'm not sure what he'll say.
You know, I know she's coming in and she'll see my score, and I don't want her to be able to beat my score.
And I will say, seeing his 9:30 score in the morning has definitely motivated me. And yes, I have beaten him a couple of times.
Yeah, she has. She has. I'll tell this to the camera. She's a better athlete than me. So I've got to keep my game up to, you know, I can lift more than her, but
just don't ask what the weights are.
So we're always in that mode, and that's fun. That makes it exciting.
Why Mark McCollum as my coach? Mark is just super personable. I am always amazed, I'm impressed that this is sore, Mark. Oh, that's sore? Well, this is why. And he goes into the complete physiology of how my shoulder was built and how I need to be eating this and drinking that, and this will help me better. And you need this amount of rest. I mean, he's just such a huge wealth of knowledge that I'm always super impressed by Mark.
The impact of the coaches, first of all, the coaches here are outstanding. And now I've got Mark, and it's a whole nother level of intensity and focus, and Mark's got the food, nutrition side to it, which is now what I'm trying to step to. I always thought I was a self-motivated person, but what I really needed was a coach. In college, that coach pushed you. You wanted to do well because you know the coach was watching. And I thought it was my internal motivation, but it was really always to please that coach. And without the coaches and having somebody to say, you know what, I'm coming in today because if I don't, I'm gonna disappoint Mark. Sometimes that's my motivation. Sometimes the motivation is, hey, I wanna get stronger. Sometimes I gotta lose weight. And sometimes when I don't feel like coming in, if I don't come in, I'm gonna get an email from Mark. Hey, where you at? What's going on?
David probably won't say, I love doing CrossFit with my wife. He'll probably say, I love doing CrossFit with Mark.
But that's what I need. I need that coach that's gonna hold me accountable. I mean, that word itself is so necessary for the way I train, to have that accountability to someone. And then when, you know, I hit a PR, he was there. It's like, Mark, I'm gonna do this. And I was happy. It's like, hey, guess what? I did this. We talked about this a year ago, and I got it. And for me, that's important. I gotta have that. And that's what, like, the YMCA doesn't have. You don't, and that's why people quit. You know, when they don't have a coach that they're accountable to, then there's to their own self-motivation. We can't, not many people can be self-motivated all the time. We need somebody else to push us, and that's what the coaches do.
Can I see the one move again a couple times?
I definitely think David and I would not have drank the CrossFit Kool-Aid if we would have went to just any other box. I think it was truly timing, and I think we have been meant to be in this place at this time. But of course, everybody talks about the community, everybody talks about the coaches, and it's absolutely no lie. They're fantastic here. They certainly make you feel welcome no matter how much you have to scale something or how awesome you are at something. They're certainly there to cheer you on and be great examples, be great role models. But yeah, I think we were meant to be in this box right now.
That's the other side to what makes CrossFit, and I think probably Notch 8 special, is the community involvement. Because not only are you accountable to coaches, but now you're accountable to other people at the gym. The stereotypes out there of CrossFit are insane. That you're going to come in, that there's a bunch of meatheads, that they're just lifting all this weight and they're super focused and they're yelling and screaming. And it turns out that it's everyday people just like you that are in the same battles and having the same issues and want the same things. So you come in and you have that environment, and it is a family. I mean, I told Jim Loam last week, I was like, a lot of times I come in here sometimes just to hang out with my friends, and that's what it's kind of become. It's you have all different types of motivational factors of why you're here, and sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's just, I want to see my buddies, so I'm going to come to the gym, and they support you as well. They support you on social media. They support you while you're at the gym. Sometimes I'm the last person finishing a workout, and have everybody there who just finished and is super tired and just wants to go lay down. No, they stay, and they're helping you out, and they're cheering you on. And at the end, then they're picking up the weights. Mike Murphy's perfect at that. Mike, you just worked out, and I'll get to my weights. I'm just trying to catch my breath. And he goes, I got it, buddy. I'll do it. And that's just everybody here that come in, and it's just friendly. It's cliche to say, but it is a community and it is a family. And that part, I think, with Notch 8 is really special.
Over the last year, I have lost 25 pounds. And I have kept it off within a pound or so, but that's been a really huge thing.
My goal was to bench 350 again, and I hadn't done that since my mid-20s. I hit 355 2 weeks ago, and that was huge. That was just something that I knew I could attain, I wanted to get back to, but it was in the back of your head, am I ever going to get there?
I could not bench press to save my life. And I can say that I bench press more now than I ever have in my entire life. It's still not a ton, and it's not what David can bench press, but it's good for me, and I'm working on it, and I'm making gains. Yes, progress, not perfection. I will say that we have 2 kids. We have Katie, who's 13, and we have Evan, who is 11. They have been in and out with us just watching Mom and Dad, and I think that's been great. Encouragement to them. They're both athletes, but this is a different realm than just playing on a school team. And we're bringing them in for the energy class this summer, and we're really excited about that, and they're excited about that as well. So we're excited them to be even more a part of the community.
Weight loss has been a roller coaster of sorts, and that's where you really just understand that I've got to get the nutrition side now. It's easy to come in, say easy. It's easy to come in for an hour and work hard and get stronger. The other 23 hours, how do you eat right? And that's the hard part.
It has helped us as a whole family. The kids are eating more vegetables than they ever have, and that's just because I think I'm becoming a little more stern about the vegetables, also with David and the vegetables. But it's something we still need to do better at, and we're working on, but it's good. It's to bring the whole family together, and it cannot hurt at all. To the Notch 8 family, you guys are all amazing. You're all wonderful mentors. I so much appreciate the encouragement that you give David and I. Esther, you're beautiful and strong and a wonderful role model. Mark, you're amazing. Like I said, your sense of humor keeps it going, and you're such a wealth of knowledge. Chris, he is my mainstay at 4:30. He knows how to pump the jams. He knows when to pump in Thunderstruck right when the moment I need it. So So I very much appreciate that, and always the tidbits that he gives me, it helps me a lot. And even Jenna, she is awesome. Usually she's in 430 with me, and she's such a great role model to try and, good motivation to work after. So thank you guys very much. We very much appreciate it.
Anything to say to my wife on this sort of forum? Say it directly to her. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to be able to work out with you. We talked about earlier our goals of being able to work out and play together in sports and other things, and I don't think I'd still be here if you weren't also working out with us. There's too much time commitment here to not have you here also. And even though we don't always work out at the same time in class together, having that shared bond and having those activities that we can, come in and talk about, and just having that commonality with everything else in life that's crazy and how many other directions that we go, just having you here and having you a part of it is probably the other reason why I've stayed as long as I have, and how we continue to work out and improve. And I can't wait, honestly. I want to keep doing this and see how we can just continue to take our athletic goals and challenges and continue to improve. I'm excited for the future and for the next couple of years. And I love you. Thanks, Mark. I love you, Jen.
Having the Lawrences here changes the game. Their dynamic is just, they were both college and high school athletes, volleyball, basketball for Jen. Dave was a myriad of things as well, football, track, basketball. Did it through college as well at Rose-Hulman. So their competitive nature, as well as their outgoing personalities, their intellect, the things that they bring in here, I can't imagine a Notch 8 community without the Lawrences. And it's hard to even think about a year ago when they weren't a part of the community, because Dave is just a big personality at the 9:30. If he's not here, you definitely notice. And Jen, the same thing at the 4:30. If she's not there for whatever reason, the ladies that are part of that big 4:30 class, they notice, like, where's Jen? So the personality that they bring in here, it'd be hard to imagine not having that around here with the two of them. So it's great, and I love having both of them here.